Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Mikey, and we have here the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. So as you might know from the previous video, which was pretty hectic, we have picked up this new Triumph Speed Triple, and today we are here with my friend. Neviem. Je mi to úplne jedno. Ale že úplne mi to jedno. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel after a little stop at the gas station. We have in front my great friend Vladis. And we are here on Speed Triple 1200 RS, and this is my first day of the ownership. What are the feelings? What are the emotions? Well, we are still stuck at 3,500 RPM, which is an emotion, not the happy one, but we are getting close to that first phase of the break-in, and I'm trying really hard to be very gentle. As you can see, we are on the rain mode to just preserve and to break in properly the engine and not to be harsh on it. I just currently got out of the work. I met Vladis at his home, and we agreed we will spend a little time together on the motorcycles. Say hi.
Hello.
Guys, welcome. I know I said it like 3 times, but welcome back outside the city right now. We can do just like 88 because that's like on the limit of 3,500, which is up pretty good for the ride outside the village or outside the city, right? So you might be asking, how the fuck I'm not holding a throttle? That's because I have the cruise control. Cruise control is really easy to operate. The cruise control is operated by those 2 buttons on the left hand side, so I don't really have to kind of like hold the throttle because it's doing its own thing. And at this point, I'm just ensuring that I will not go over the 3,500 RPM, and I will not get a speeding ticket, right? Because that's not something you want to do on the first period of the ownership. So I'm just chilling, just trying to chill out, and we are getting overtake. The van just overtook us. That's really sad. They don't even know I have more horsepower than they have, like 2 or 3 times more. But never mind, guys. I'm so happy to be back in the saddle. I'm so happy to be on Triumph, and we are getting to know each other a little bit, step by step, you know. So yeah, we are just on the limit 3,500. We are doing 90 kph, which is totally cool with me at this point. And you might be asking, like, what are the first things you notice once you get on a motorcycle like this? Like, I came from a really modest background, motorcycle background. My first bike, for those who don't know, my first bike was Suzuki 250, GW 250, Inazuma. It was called Inazuma, and it's a great motorcycle for the beginners. It is. It's actually one of the... I just got scared, actually. I have earplugs, so I didn't hear him until he was like on my level. And are we like taking the turn, or what are we doing? No, I don't know what we are doing. What are the first things you actually notice on this kind of motorcycle? It's one of the first things I noticed it's a design, of course. If you compare it with the previous generation of Speed Triple, which is 1050, you will obviously see changes, design changes. You will not see a lot of changes from the inside, obviously. There are a lot of changes. They changed like gearbox, they changed part of the engine, they've changed the swing arm and stuff like that. But on the first sight, you will notice that the design difference, and I'm really liking the design. It's awesome design. It's slick. It looks fast while it's standing. It's really pretty and flashy. I would say flashy. It's not Ducati, but it's flashy in my point of view. From my point of view, when you sit on a motorcycle like this, one of the first things you'll notice is the dash is complicated. Like, I'm coming from the background of R6 from 2004 and from Suzuki 250 from 2007, I think. So they were not high-tech motorcycles at all. And this has so many options, right? And one thing is that as a beginner, I wouldn't say beginner, but I'm not riding for many years. I'm riding like my second or third season. And as a beginner in this point of view, so many options are just taking so much focus out of riding. Like, you are trying to figure out some stuff on the way, on fly, which is not great, because then you are more looking at the dash than in front of you. So I'm trying to like forget about all the systems and all the modes and stuff like that and just focus on riding. And while we are talking about riding, so one of the first impressions is it is naked. It's a hyper naked, I would say. It's hyper naked with its power and power delivery and those 180 horsepower. It's a hyper naked. It's pretty easy to ride, like in the lower RPM. I don't know how it's to ride it in the higher RPM, because I cannot go there really at this point. I'm still within the break-in period, within the first phase of break-in period. So I don't even know how it behaves on higher RPM. I was told, and I've seen on the videos before, that it is pretty tracky. I've seen on reviews, and I was told that it is monster, up above like 6,000 RPM. Like, it's a monster, and we'll get there, right? We will get there on some point. The gearbox is settling in at the beginning, when it has like, when I picked it up, it has 2 kilometers. So I'm doing literally the first dozen of kilometers, and the gear change and the gearbox felt kind of awkward at the beginning, but I can feel it settling down, and the gear shifts are smoother and smoother. And the salesman told me not to use quick shifter, so actually I'm prohibited to use the quick shifter at this point. So I'm not using it. I'm using a clutch, obviously, as on any other motorcycle. Another thing you notice once you sit on a motorcycle like this, speaking of sitting, the sitting position, the first impression is, obviously it's a naked bike. So you had that luxury of wide handlebars, which are raised above the triple tree. But I kind of feel a little bit leaned over. It's a more sporty position of the naked bikes. So as I was saying, the sitting position is really okay. The width of the fuel tank is ideal, I would say. I'm feeling just right in. It's awesome. I really love it. The handlebars are pretty wide, comfy, the angle is okay. As I said, I'm kind of leaned over. One of the things you notice as well after riding for a few miles or kilometers is like the suspension. You can really feel how racy it is. It's so fucking hard. It's like all those bumps and all those uneven surfaces on the road, you can feel every single one of them. And if you have a speed bump, oh my god, it even hurts in your spine. So I'm not complaining, okay? Don't take me wrong. I'm not complaining. I'm just evaluating, okay? I'm evaluating after a few miles. This is what I was talking about. Like, this is like 50 shades of gray on this road. And you can feel every single one patch or spot or bump. So it's not like floating all over the uneven surfaces. It's like just letting you know, like, come on man, there is a bump, like there's a two, also there. So that all-in suspension is great for the track. It's great for sporty ride, like when you need to push the front end and when you need to have the traction and stuff like that. It's awesome. But for just like coasting, nah, this is not really a touring bike. And everybody knows that, okay? So this is not complaining. It's just like if you're wondering how it feels, because this is mostly and the priority of this video is to have fun and to evaluate from a person like me, which is kind of like a basic blonde guy who is enjoying motorcycle life. I'm no reporter, I'm no like news guy or paid to test the motorcycles and behavior. I'm not racer. I am like riding on a track, but not that long, and I'm not no professional racer. So I will not tell you like details and technical insight about like all-in suspension and stuff like that. I know I can look for it on the internet, but the basic impression is it's really hard. The suspension is really tough and set up for the really racy kind of style of riding. I believe that on the track it will be amazing rocket. So guys, I don't know how much longer my battery gonna last. So I know this video wasn't really informational. I know it wasn't really exciting, but it was exciting for me and I had a lot of fun. Not always you have to go really fucking fast to have fun and to enjoy the evening ride with your friends. So obviously he's on tour, obviously I'm in break-in period, so there is no sense to haul ass at this point. So with this and with this beautiful view on this beautiful screen at 19:53 at the evening, I'm saying have a good night, have a good one, and I'll see you next time with hopefully second phase of break-in, and we'll do it in the next video, probably up to 5,000 RPM, which is awesome. See you next time. See ya.